I think that the spear is worse than the mace. And there's this one little fact that really, really gives me favor towards the mace. This little fact is that it's a lot easier to go to the heavens than it is to go to the horizon. And what I mean by that is that I can use this thing and this is creative, so this will be inaccurate results, but I've gotten 2,000 blocks in the air. My hand is now a shadow, which just means that I'm above like 2,000 and below 4,000 blocks. That is my what my observations tell me, but that is a ton of distance that's all going to be turned into mace. You can't really go 2,000 blocks per second with a spear. You know, or be accurate in the slightest. This, quite a bit more accurate. If you need to, you can pause the game. And hit something, for example. Or on multiplayer server, you could do the trick where you touch the white bar on the top of your screen. If you have a spear, you just can't match those speeds very easily. It requires like 4 quintillion boats, which takes a much longer time. This is a lot more easy to get. Or it's easier to get. Because you just put TNT in dispensers all over the place, right? You could just place TNT if you want it to be one time purpose, but one time use. If you have something like a wind charge cannon, you actually have to wait a very long time for it to store all those things. So it can be cheaper, but also that just takes time getting the gunpowder and the paper, really. And paper is really easy to get. Wind charges, you actually have to manually take a breeze from the trial chambers and capture it. Force it into a proper wind tunnel. If you do it wrong, you could be going. Like, if you're not in a perfectly, tight tunnel, you can go out, you need a barrel. Like in a gun barrel. Like this. You need a barrel. So that you don't fly off to the sides. With TNT, what you can do is you make that setup. Load all up. You're in the sky, somebody on your team can remove it on an SMP. Before you hit the ground, or 100 blocks in the air, log out. And you have a meeting place, and you just have a random person on a different team you hate. Boop, you snapped back into the server, you're 100 blocks above your target, and you've fallen 2,000 blocks. You're gonna insta-kill them, whereas the spear has to be a lot more coordinated. You can't really just stop because you're gonna lose all your momentum, you know? If I pause, I go back in, I don't have momentum. None at all. That's kind of not good if you want to do a logout trap. Which is actually should be used more, where they log out for a trap. That's kind of a great trap idea. Because it's kind of undetectable if you have a logout trap. Anyways, back to my spear points. Spear is actually really cool. I'll show you one I made with /gif command. It's just a rocket engine, which is a lot cooler than Mace's, I will say. This is actually useful for getting around because it's faster than just using flying. Much more convenient because I don't have to be wearing an elytra. It's also kind of boosted by elytra. Should have one on. Yep.
Banana nuggets.
Shh. Now I'm flying at Mach 10. You can use a spear. I just made it so my spear can block things because that's hilarious. It overrides the animation, but you can like using that. Whereas in the mace, if you're flying with the light, shut up.
Why?
I'm recording.
Ah.
But like for the mace, can't really be used for travel. So that's kind of a redeeming grace, but like this is what I used to one-hit things. This is what I used to travel. This is what I used to get really high. Oh crap, I forgot that it also flies. I forgot my chest plate lets me fly. Silly me. But basically, yeah. So, the spear doesn't replace the mace. If you've ever seen like speculation videos on the spear before the spear is out, if it's just speculation and isn't just the thing in testing, completely false. What I really like is that if I go in survival, this eats my hunger instead of my durability. Because it actually makes cakes useful. Because wait a second, instantly restores it. And do back and forth. I just have to eat a few cake slices. So it actually makes cakes useful. There's like spear meta now. It can be used to jump larger gaps, which so there's gonna be like spear parkour. I bet you that they're already doing that. You could probably do like a 6-block jump with it. Oh, I'm gonna be done with it. So in my fair opinion, this is just to summarize. The spear is never gonna replace the mace. But it's something that you should use, especially with its really cool abilities and the fact it's able to have this crazy AoE. But it's really good. Goodbye.